Tuesday to everyone out there, all my crafty friends. Welcome to another episode of T3, which of course is tools, tips, and techniques on Tuesday. Well, that's 3 T's. That's 4 T's. I don't know. I can't count today. Anyway, who cares about that? Welcome and thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have some fun with a little sparkly action today on T3. I'm going to show you some fun techniques to do sparkles 2 ways. One with our Star Bright stencil, which I'm going to show you in a minute, and another way to add some of our sparkle cuts to your card in a little bit different way that maybe you haven't tried already. So let's take a look at what we've got here. I have a nice piece of whipped cream cardstock already cut, just a card front size. And then this is our new Star Bright stencil, which, yeah, it's kind of hard to see because, oh, there's a better angle. It is the kind of that, heavy mylar acetate material, and it's frosted, but it's still a little bit hard to see. So I'll just get taping it down, and then you'll kind of see what I'm coming across here with you to do. I'm taping my card panel down first because I'm going to be doing a lot of stenciling on here with 4 different colors. As you can see right here, I've got my 4 ink pads ready to go. So because I am doing a lot of different colors, I like to add a little bit extra security so my stencil doesn't move. I don't always worry about taping my stencil down, but in this case, I really wanted it to be, really good. So I'm moving my stencil around. I'm going to try to get to this point where I can get a lot of the stars. I want the maximum amount of stars, so which is up in this right-hand corner of the stencil. So I'm going to go right there with that guy, and then also tape my stencil down. Actually, I'll tape it down here because that's kind of off my card base and it won't interfere with my fun adding color here. Let's see, I think I'm going to start with my lightest color, what I think is my lightest color, and that's Cool Pool. And I'm just using one of our Dauber dowels. In fact, I have one of each size here for some of my different inks, so it doesn't really matter what size, if you have small or large. These are the 2 different sizes we carry here at Fun Stampers Journey. So whichever one you have, if you've already got some sponges, in that particular color, just grab your closest one. I'm going to start up here in this corner. And then you'll be able to see my stencil pop out a little bit more because it does have this fun ink on it now. Now when I'm stenciling with my dauber, I kind of really want to get into, I even kind of, get into that stencil by turning my dauber a little bit on its end so I can just make sure I get all those fun little stars in there. All right. Now I'm going to leave that one open. I might use it again. I always tell you, put the lids on your inks, but now I make it an exception here. So now I'm going to take Beach Breeze and I'm going to kind of go over a few of those stars that I started with. And that's totally fine because these 2 colors really blend well together. So again, kind of going over some of that Cool Pool and then getting ready to blend my next color. So you can see I'm kind of doing these diagonal lines across my card. I want the stars to kind of have that movement of coming across all of the stencil, across all of the panel of my card. So I've got some electric lime here now, and I'm going to bring that guy in. One of our brighter colors of ink. And again, it's going to blend really well with the Beach Breeze. So I'm just going right over some of the pieces I already had. Super fun. And what's really awesome about this is every time you do it, it's going to come out a little bit different. You're going to have your ink in a little bit different spots. But if you pick colors that go well together, that blend well together, then you have got no reason to worry. I might try to do like half of that big star. That might be kind of fun. So pick your favorite color combos when you do this. Again, like I said, keeping in mind that they blend. So now I'm going to come back to my Cool Pool, the first one that I started with. Bring it back over here. And kind of round out the bottom of my card with that one. Look how pretty where the Cool Pool and the watermelon meet. Can you see that? Kind of creates its own little purple color because, of course, when you've got blue and the pink together, now you've created a brand new color in there. I love that. So again, don't be shy to blend those inks. Our True Color Fusion inks blend beautifully. Okay, I'm kind of looking to see if I've got good coverage. You can come back now. You can kind of take the opportunity to come back and add a little bit more. Like I noticed some of my electric lime needs a touch up here. And that's what's good about, taping your stencil down. So again, like I said, if you move it, it's going to stay in place. Take one more glance. See a little bit more on this top star. There we go. Okay, that feels pretty good. I'm going to quickly get the covers back on these guys. Do my duty here. And then we'll do the big reveal. Keep in mind that you can do this with any of the stencils here that we have at Fun Stampers Journey. And ready? Ooh, so pretty. Isn't that fun? It's kind of got like a little bit of a unicorn feel, I think. It's got a little bit of that look. I do have a little bit of ink up here, but I have not trimmed this card panel down. What I would do after I stenciled it is I would trim it down to the 4 by 5 1/4 so it fits on top of my card. I like to keep it a little bit bigger to start with just because of that, in case you get any little coverage or any little extra ink around where you don't want it. Okay, so now I said that I was going to teach you 2 ways to sparkle. So we've got one way, check, we've got that off our list. We use a Star Bright stencil to add some fun sparklies to our card. And then the second way is going to be involving Journey Glaze and Sparkle Cuts. Now, Journey Glaze is probably a product that's been familiar to a lot of you. I'll show it right here. We have it at Fun Stampers Journey. It comes in 2 sizes. This is the smaller size. And then we have a bigger bottle too. But it's fantastic. It dries clear. It's gorgeous. It's dimensional. There's so many fun things you can do with it. And this is going to be a little bit different way that maybe I haven't showed you, at least maybe not for a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Journey Glaze and I'm just going to squirt quite a bit on the front of my card. So you can see I've got some nice drizzles here. And I'm putting them also in the same direction that the stars are going. That's kind of the look I'm going to get. And what I have here is I have just a scrap piece of cardstock I folded in half. So you can see that I've just folded it. And I'm going to use this as kind of a little scraper. You could use other tools for this. You could use a spatula. Some people use gift cards. That's a really nice sturdy edge, but this works just as well. It's just a scrap piece of cardstock. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of come and just spread that Journey Glaze out. And I might give it a little swirl. I might just kind of spread it plain. Just however you want to spread it across your card. Add a little bit more. I want it nice and thick, so it adds a little bit of dimension there. Now you notice that I did not scrape it. I'll kind of tilt it so you can see. I didn't scrape it over the entire card front. You know, I didn't do any here. I didn't do any up in this corner. I just kind of wanted to really emphasize where those stars are going. So there's some, hopefully some reflection showing there so you can see how it's just scraped across that stencil. And now, because we want it to be super sparkly, we're going to add some of our delicious sparkle cuts here. And these are our thicker glitter cuts, again called sparkle cuts. And I'm just going to sprinkle them. And I'm not going to try to cover this. These have got so many fun colors in them. I'm just going to kind of give a little, I don't know, kind of a Milky Way galaxy type of look, spreading across some of where that Journey Glaze is. So again, you don't want a super heavy coat. Kind of tap, see if any falls off there. It looks like it's on pretty good. So you can see that the sparkle cuts has totally got all the different colors inside of it. It looks totally white right here, but it's got all that fun iridescent in there. I love it. Isn't it fun? Every different little color that of course matches all of our ink colors too. So love that, so pretty. I saw some comment there about Journey Glaze, so I'm hoping that this is a new method that maybe you haven't tried before. Now this one obviously is going to take a few minutes to dry. That's one of the things about Journey Glaze is it does take, you know, probably 10-15 minutes to really thoroughly dry. This is not a super heavy coat, but I want to make sure that I set it aside, put it somewhere so I don't end up putting, you know, my arm in it or my stamp or my ink block or whatever. So I'm going to pop this up here. And I'm actually going to bring in one that I did earlier. And you can see that it's got a little bit different color combo than this one. Well, the same colors, but in a little bit different order possibly. I think I had a little bit more of the Beach Breeze at the top. But this one's completely dry. So I thought I would go ahead and finish this card and let that one dry. I'll use that for another card project. So now this one, even though it's dry, I think you can still see that it's got some amazing texture still left with that Journey Glaze. Isn't that fun? And I couldn't resist adding a few more sparkly, so I've got some of our cut rhinestones. These are just absolutely basic, one of our basic accessories that we have at Fun Stampers Journey. And I just went ahead and added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because, you know, a little more sparkle doesn't hurt anyone. Okay, so when it comes to my sentiment, I went ahead and thought, well, you know, the appropriate stamp set, oh, I'm going to make sure I don't get glaze on there, would be our new Sparkle Stars stamp set. So many great things. I could pick absolutely any of these sentiments on here and use it to finish my card. They're all just perfect. And that's what stars are all about. And look at this fun star stamp right here. You could have a lot of fun with that too. So what I did end up choosing was this little guy, which says, I could probably show you here because I have heat embossed it already. It says, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Isn't that just sweet? So fun, so perfect to send to a friend. So I did already, like I said, heat emboss it. I'm just going to grab some foam squares here. Put a couple of these guys on the back.
And you did see Amanda telling you she had never seen that glaze technique before.
Oh, is that? Okay, I saw a glimpse. I don't always catch all the comments that are flashing over the screen there, but awesome, Amanda. I'm glad that we could share something new with you. That's awesome. Okay, so now I've got my sentiment. You guys can kind of help me out here. I kind of had pictured it down here. I don't want to cover up a bunch of my stars. Sure would be super cute up in this corner too. I don't know. Bottom corner, upper corner. Bottom, up. Bottom, up. Should we have a vote? I'll let you guys vote, but I think I'm going to pop it right here. I kind of have a tendency to go for the bottom right a lot of times, but either way would be so, so cute. So again, because this is embossed on a black background, it just really pops up, you know, against the stenciled background of the white. And then I just put it on a white card base, just a plain white. I didn't want anything to take away from the stars, so I could have chose a different color card base, but I think the white just keeps it really crisp and keeps the focus on the stenciling. After you had so much fun with that stenciling, you might as well show it off, right? All right, cool. So I've got my first card base here. Then I'm going to go ahead and finish letting it dry, and you can see that it's a little bit bigger. I'm going to trim it down, make a second card, and I'll just have a 2-for-1. One to keep and one to send to a friend. Do you guys do that? Do you guys ever make cards that you have to keep for yourself, or do you mail them all? Hopefully you end up mailing some of them at least, but I know sometimes it's so hard to give them away when we've worked so hard on our beautiful creations.
Audra says she's going to have to change her class again after seeing this.
Oh no!
Her Friday class.
Audra, yay! We give you lots of good ideas. Well, this is one of our brand new stamp sets that we just released for our Hello Summer launch. And so I know some of you maybe have just gotten it or just got it in the mail, maybe just ordered it or whatever. But hopefully you're having fun with that already and having fun with your classes. I love to hear that you guys are sharing creativity and sharing your craftiness with your friends and your peeps and your crafty besties. I love that. Okay, hopefully you learned a few extra little things on today's tips, tools, and techniques. As always, we come to you every Tuesday and just bring some new fresh ideas, get your crafting mojo in gear. That's what we hope for. If you're following us on Facebook, definitely like our page, subscribe over there, and of course on YouTube. When you head over there, we love to have you subscribe so you never miss a new episode. As always, check our website if you have any questions at funstampersjourney.com, and enjoy bringing paper to life.